everyone, it's Simplicity and welcome back to a new video. Today we have another speed build. I was wanting to build, I wasn't entirely sure. This is like the third house that I have drafted out in the span of like 2 days. So that is why there's not any footage of me actually like putting the house together with the walls and everything and the layout, is because I have been wanting to build but not liking anything that I've come up with. So this one I felt like I could kind of make work. We jumped in and we did the roof here, as you can see, and then I wanted to make sure that I had things kind of placed out properly, so we hopped in and we did the door and stuff. But I'm probably just going to ramble a little bit because talking about the build isn't really all that exciting to me, at least. But yeah, so this is the third house that I've tried to build in the span of 2 days. The other ones that I was trying, I didn't like the layout. And then the other one, what happened with it? I can't even remember. I think I couldn't figure out the roofing, or the layout with the roofing was like kind of weird or something like that. I don't know. I can't entirely fully remember what the reasoning was, but I was wanting to do a starter home. This definitely didn't end up being that. It's a little bit of a step up from a starter home, but it is meant for 1 or 2 Sims. It's not like a big family home, because I was going to make a house for my current household Sim, which I have then, like now I figured out what house I wanted to use for her, so I didn't have to like really focus on that, but that was what my plan was. And then whenever I couldn't figure out a layout, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go looking through what I've got saved in my bin, and I ended up using one in there. But it's not a bad house, the one that I have built here today. My decor and everything's not absolutely up to par of what I would typically do whenever I have a Sim in mind, because I tried to keep it to the point that any Sim can kind of work here. Now, it is kind of a bit more like girly, but I didn't want it to look like it was like super personalized for a specific Sim, which is what I would, whenever my house is like overly decorated and such, that's typically what I have in mind as a family or a Sim. So today it's not that, it's just kind of a house for hopefully anyone that kind of fits in this style. But everything's really neutral on the outside, and then I make up for it on the inside. There's a lot more color in there. But this house does work as a 2-bedroom home if you want it to be. I have it as a 1-bedroom and a office kind of like studio area, but you can definitely, the room, I did make sure that it was big enough that you could have a second bedroom in here if you wanted. So it does work that you can have a first kid in this family, like, not in this family, but like in this home if you wanted to, because the room is definitely big enough for that. It's kind of a very simple layout, and I feel like I've definitely done ones kind of similar to this before. I don't know why, but something whenever I was like working on this, I'm like, I feel like I've done this before. But we ended up just kind of, rolling with it, seeing what I could come up with. And this was honestly like the furthest I'd made it into a build in a little bit. So that was why I was like, you know what, I'm going to roll with it. We're going to see what I come up with. And this is when I started to try and lay out the kitchen. So as you can see, like I don't even have like the wall covering on or anything. At this point, I was like, I don't want to fully commit and have everything fully decorated if I'm not going to end up liking it. So that's what happened here. So I do end up going in and like just trying to lay things out and make things work. I did make a little island in the middle here, which at this point I was kind of like, okay, I'm doing these kind of cheats. I feel like I'm kind of going to go ahead and stay with this house, but I end up really liking the way that it came out. It's just very different than what I originally had intended on, but as you can see, like it's a fairly big kitchen. You could definitely make it smaller if you wanted to, but I quite liked it. And there is some use of some custom content. So if you download this house, I don't know if it'll come with it or not, because I have my custom content in CC Magic. So to my knowledge, it probably doesn't come with it. But if you're curious what anything's from, just let me know and I'll try and help out with that. Patterns I might not be able to help out with, but other things I more than likely probably can. So this is like my living room, dining room area. I do make a change to my floor plan once I start working on the living room, because I realized that I had left it too open and it wasn't going to work to be the way that I wanted it to. So we do go in and we change some things up, but right now we're cluttering up the kitchen because I wanted to finish up one area before I moved on to the next. We added in a few little small appliances. I added in some bar stools. I think I put a dish rack, and I didn't use one more slot please in this build at all. So I'm kind of proud of myself for that. I was tempted, but I decided against it. And then we went a cute little bar stool situation. And then this was when I started trying to figure out where I was going to put the dining table. So I was thinking about not having one and just leaving it with the bar stools. And I was like, you know what? I want to have something in this house. Just because in case you're having like a party, there should be enough space. So we went with something like this. It's very different than what I normally go with. But I like this table. I don't think I've ever actually used it. So I went with that. We added a cute little plant. And then this was me trying to figure out my living room situation. This is an interesting time. I am very happy with myself that I closed this off a little bit. Just because I feel like it makes the room make more sense, which normally I wouldn't say. But for this situation, it definitely ended up making more sense. And I think I left the closets empty now that I'm thinking about it. I don't think I ever actually filled them in for the hallway or the bedrooms. So if you want to change those out or add things in there, go for it. I apparently completely forgot to, now that I'm thinking back on it. So we're cluttering up a little bit, but yeah, so I added this wall in. To me, it makes more sense. I don't know. I feel like it closes off a little bit, but it makes the room just make more sense in my mind. So we rolled with that and then put in a little bit of art. And I think I moved on to the bedroom after this. So this was the room I was thinking for the main bedroom. I'm glad I put the bed over here instead of up against the other wall like I was planning to. So this stuff was just going to be like placeholder stuff, and then I ended up actually quite liking it. So we cluttered up with the plants. That's one thing I will say about this build. There's a lot of plants in different places, because I'm kind of like one of those people that if I'm in doubt of something, I'm putting a plant. So that was what we did. The doors, I recolored them to white off camera, and then we just kind of cluttered things up here a little bit to make a little bit more sense for a bedroom. I do really like the way that this house came out, though. It's not up to my technical like decor standards, but I was also trying to keep this house kind of cheap, because I know for my decorating it does end up getting quite expensive. So I tried to kind of, stay against that and just kind of keep the house as cheap as possible but still look cute. So that was kind of my main goal. We added some lights in here, and I was going to say I don't know what I did after that, but I added in some stuff for a cat. This house kind of gave me cat vibes, so that was what I was rolling with. And then we painted the rest of the walls. I went in here and added in a pet food bowl and recolored it quite quickly. And then we recolored the walls for the study and the bathroom. My bathrooms are always blue. I don't know why. They just always end up being blue. So this layout of the bathroom, very quick and easy. I do have a laundry basket in here. So there's no actual use of the washer dryer on this lot, so you'd probably have to take it down to a laundromat. But I felt like I needed something in that corner, and I felt like that made sense. And then we put some more plants. And then this is the little office area. So this, again, not everything is completely done up to my standards, but it works. I feel like it's still a fairly cute house. So we added in some cute little bookshelves over here. I recolored them to white. And then I added in an easel, a pull-up bar in case they're into fitness. And I can't remember what else I added in, if I'm completely honest. I think I added in a chair and a rug. But I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, you can go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more videos from me, you can go ahead and subscribe. I post videos typically 6 days a week right now. If you are already subscribed and want notifications when I post, go ahead and hit that bell down below. Make sure that your YouTube notifications are turned on. And I will see you all in my very next video. Bye, lovelies.